which was like switching my party or weapons up or whatever you should call it. But I guess we're here again after another crash. Gotta love this game. I decided to switch it back to English, so it's back on English now. Like I said in the last part. I hope this doesn't end up being like a 8-part progression thing because of crashing. But it looks like we at least know now, for the last part, that we know where Grey Fox is being held at, or I actually forgot her name again, but you know what, that's fine. Nothing feels worse than logging back into this game though, because it takes so long to log back in when I crash. So it feels really bad. So I hope this doesn't happen again. But it's kind of like hard to avoid it on console right now, because this is usually what happens the first time a patch comes out. Like, it's still the beginning of the patch. If it was like a week or so later, then it probably would stop happening. But yeah. Will this part be in English?
Todd Family Residence, Frey speaking. How may I assist you?
Hello, Frey. I wish to speak to my father.
Understood. I'm okay, sir.
That cough still hasn't
There was
gone
simply
away?
a delay in my medicine delivery.
Why am I hearing
this
two
week.
different
It was
voices?
due to an update in the hospital system.
Why am I hearing
so
two
please
different
don't hold
voices?
it against the doctor, young master. Your father is ready to receive your call now.
What the heck?
Understood. I'm okay, sir. There was simply a delay in my medicine delivery this week. It was due to an update in the hospital system, so please don't hold it against the doctor, young master. Your father is ready to receive your call now.
Oh, you have to go through him to just call his father.
Good day, sir. This is Henderson speaking. Your father just finished with an important meeting and is now having a cup of tea.
Having a long day.
Why do you have two stewards working for you?
Oh, this feels good hearing Uncle's voice.
First off, we have a steward at each of our residences, so we have way more than just two. On top of that, someone as capable as Frey has his own assistant. But Henderson is my father's personal valet. He's just filling in as steward at our new place for now.
This had better be important, Asurada.
Oh, this
I'm joining several
Todd,
high-level Federation members for a round of golf soon. So you
no.
have
A
exactly
round of
5
golf
minutes
soon.
to tell me whatever
Fucking
it is you need to
Mr.
tell
Trump looking at us. Man, it's like, I'm about to have a round of golf soon. Brother. Let's hear this.
I'll dispense with the unnecessary small talk then, Father. I would like for you to release Aglia.
Oh, that's how you say her name. Aglia. Aglia. We learned from Aserada that he's the person that's been helping us out a lot behind the scenes, even though we ended up scrapping just before the last crash. But that's all well and good.
We've been over this already, Asurada. I had you appointed as captain of Team X specifically to prevent the Federation from uncovering Aglaya's history as a hacker. My conditions for releasing her are still the same. Eliminate every member of Wednesday, find a scapegoat to take the fall as Grey Fox, and ensure that Aglaya is no longer being pursued.
First of all, we never discussed anything regarding Team X. You simply forced me to comply after putting Aglia under house arrest.
I see.
Secondly, when she finally reconnects with the outside world, I don't want her first discovery to be that her father and brother joined forces to eliminate all of her friends.
Yeah,
we have
that's
no
kind of
choice,
fucked.
Asurada. Ace's refusal to disband Wednesday gave Meryl the chance to dig up the truth. You're now our final hope to protect Aglia.
And
Wait, you
that's
telling me
precisely the
Meryl
reason I accepted my
went behind our
assignment
back or
as
something?
captain of Team
Damn, that
X.
angle from no.
But now that I've had time to
Holy
investigate
shit.
the entire matter,
Alright, I'm sorry.
I realize that your plan is far from
That
reasonable.
angle is actually insane.
The members of Wednesday are skilled and trustworthy. and Aglia values them highly as friends. For that reason, I believe they are more valuable to us alive rather than dead.
What value could a lowly band of thieves possibly have? Now stop wasting my time, Asurada. The sooner you finish them off, the sooner Aglaia can regain her freedom.
I'm afraid I must refuse, Father. You raised me to be your successor, and now I must consider our family's future. I'll prove the value of keeping Wednesday alive to you, and then I will convince Secretary General Kieran to pardon them, thus
Interesting.
cementing the Todd family's honorable status in the eyes of the entire Federation. That is my plan, and now it is your turn to accept it.
It's your turn to accept it. You think your father gonna care? He's an asshole.
You're walking on thin ice, Asurada. Kieran is the last person you want to provoke, so...
So what? Oh yeah, let's just read the text out. Just do as I say and...
All right, enough with the formalities. It's go time. Just follow my lead, and I can guarantee a smooth rescue for Aglia.
At least we get to finally see Gray Fox. We had to wait a whole extra month for this shit, bro. It still feels weird calling her Aglia, though. We're so used to calling her Gray Fox.
Smooth rescue?
At least I
How
remember
are we supposed
Anka's
to do
name.
that, now that you've taunted the enemy and given away our next move? Plus, we still don't know where Gray Fox is being held.
Now, let's not get ahead of ourselves. My father may have placed Aglia under house arrest, but that doesn't mean he would subject his beloved daughter to any further indignities. She's probably lounging in some villa, cut off from the world, but pampered like a queen.
Pampered, okay.
I see. Then all we have to do is go through a list of the Todd family's properties. Let's see. Oh no. How are there so many of them?
Would you like to hear an interesting story about my cousin?
Would you like to hear a
She was
story of my
driving down the
cousin?
road when she
Why do you
saw
say
a
it like that?
beautiful villa and decided to buy it. But
I
when
need
she
to
looked
raise the
up the owner's
voice.
information,
God,
she
Mike
was
is like...
surprised to discover that she had already purchased it long ago and had simply forgotten about it.
Okay.
You just can't resist flaunting your family's wealth, can you? If you're actually going to help us rescue Gray Fox, then I suggest you keep your nonsense to yourself.
God damn, Noah. I get it, but damn.
It's hardly nonsense, my dear. I mentioned that we assign different stewards to each of our estates, yes? Because Henderson, the steward I just spoke to, has most likely been assigned to the seaside villa that my father recently purchased. If so, then Aglia is definitely being held there. I will show you the way, but you three will be in charge of the rescue operation itself. Come with me.
Yeah. I figured you would say that.
Wait, Asurada. If you knew all this, and all it took was a single phone call to find out Gray Fox's location, why haven't you rescued her yourself? By asking us to do it, it looks like you're just setting us up.
I feel like he's trying to save face. That's the only reason why he's making us do this.
You're as perceptive as they say, Miss Nola. Rest assured, everything I've said up until this point is entirely truthful. The last thing I want is for my sister to spend the rest of her life hating me for hurting her friends.
I see.
The reason I require your assistance is because my own subordinates are loyal only to the Todd family name, which means they would never choose me over my father. You three, on the other hand, will surely help me if it means rescuing Aglia.
So you have no choice. Okay, I see.
So, in spite of all your money, you came to us for help because you can't trust anyone around you, huh? Suddenly, I'm not all that jealous of you.
Bruh, it's like trying to... It's like misunderstanding a rich person. It just be like that, I guess.
Come, it won't do to keep Aglia waiting.
Alright, let's not skip this part too quickly. In order to fool the rest of the team, you're pretending to be the prisoner. What if they come rescue you?
Relax. They'd probably be glad to see me gone. They'll just put someone else in charge.
I need to raise the voice. Sound effects is the voice, which I hate that because it's super loud for no reason. Yeah, stop picking those up.
Relax. They'd probably be glad to see me gone. They'll just put someone else in charge.
Why is that?
An infamous profiteer and his incompetent son have been placed in charge of a team of elite soldiers and highly trained agents. How would you feel if you were in their position? Besides, I'm acting on my own this time, which means they can wash their hands of any blame if something really happens to me. Why would they squander such a perfect opportunity by rescuing me?
I feel bad doing this, but I kind of... Yeah, I just want to do this real quick. Because this is bugging me. Did I miss something? Maybe I'll do this. Let's see if that does anything. I don't want to turn it up too loud because my mic is very strong. Great, I didn't want to do that. Let's just rehear this again. I feel bad doing this because now we have to go through this again, but...
Relax. They'd probably be glad to see me gone. They'll just put someone else in charge.
Damn, it's like
Why is
barely any
that?
loader. It's like
An
barely
infamous
any loader.
profiteer and his incompetent son have been placed in charge of a team of elite soldiers and highly trained agents. How would you feel if you were in their position? Besides, I'm acting on my own this time, which means they can wash their hands of any blame if something really happens to me. Why would they squander such a perfect opportunity by rescuing me?
Yeah, it's like barely any loader. That's a shame. I had to do a bunch of effort for this, I suppose. If I press the option button, it's gonna end up resetting.
We have arrived.
Okay.
Hmm?
Didn't you say it was a seaside villa? We're still pretty far from the ocean.
I told you already. Your little gang of thieves is more useful to us alive than dead. The time has come to prove your worth, so I require your full cooperation.
This thing won't budge.
This is rather obnoxious.
You were never going to help us rescue Gray Fox, were you? Nola was right. This was all just a trap to get rid of Wednesday.
No, trust me. This is all part of the plan. In order to rescue Aglia, you must first demonstrate your ability to cure aberrance. Only then will we have a chance to obtain a pardon from Secretary General Kieran.
Okay, so why did that require to put a cage on us?
Did you just call them aberrants? So, you've known about the Omnium incident all along.
Of course. Team X is responsible for stifling any mention of the Omnium incident. Our duties include, but are not limited to, eradicating aberrants, purging any online information related to them, and restricting the freedom of anyone who knows about their existence.
Aberrance? Omnium incident? What are you two talking about?
Yeah, it's safe to say he's the person we were looking for, even though I couldn't really confirm nor deny the beginning portion of the, from the very first part that I crashed from after doing the whole poll session and all that. I was talking to Plotty about there's somebody else in this world that knows about the whole Omnium incident, which is what is this network world surface layer that we've been experiencing for the past couple of months now. And I'm pretty sure he's the person that's been helping us.
Stay out of it, Anka.
I could be wrong. It could be the other thing, which is what Nola knows. I forgot about that. There is like the memory that she's still trying to figure out. It might be that, actually. Maybe I'm just tripping. It could be that too.
I
Exactly,
thought
you
the
have to.
conversation with my father made that perfectly clear, no? I'm helping you prove the value of your lives by demonstrating that you have the ability to cure aberrance.
Can I please ask the question? Why did that require to put a cage on us?
I have recording devices installed to capture the process, which I will present to Kieran when the time comes. The Secretary General couldn't possibly refuse such a powerful secret in exchange for pardoning Wednesday for its crimes. And the one who facilitates the entire process will be me, Asurata Todd. This all but guarantees that our family name will command even more respect within the Federation. Wouldn't you agree?
If you're so sure that this secret is enough to guarantee our safety, then why didn't you just tell us sooner? I'm sure we would have agreed to your plan if we knew it was in our best interest.
Surely you jest. I only suspected that you were capable of curing aberrants. And if I was wrong, I would have had no choice but to carry out my father's original plan to protect Aglia. But I've already played my part. The rest is up to you three, and I will be watching very closely. The stage is set and the cameras are rolling. Prove your ability to cure aberrants, or I will report your tragic deaths to Aglia and tell her that I was too late to save you.
You really are out of your mind.
Don't
Yeah.
say that, Miss Nola. If you succeed, I'll even request a few Defense Force files from Secretary General Kieran on your behalf. I'm certain you will be thanking me by the time this is all over.
Nah,
That
go fuck
crazy
yourself.
bastard. If that's how he wants to play, we'll just blast through these walls and get out of here.
But boss, if we break out like that, won't the aberrants escape too? They'll turn the innocent people outside into their next meal, right?
How do we cure aberrants, though? I don't even know if we know about that. I didn't think I would have to use plotted newest invention in a situation like
It's
this.
fine, Anka. I really do have a way to cure them, but I need you guys to buy me some time.
Roger.
We're gonna do that shit.
The sun will always rise.
I can't do it right now. I tried to do it. Damn it. Okay. I want to increase the volume and see if that did anything. I hate to do this, but let's see if it does anything. I don't like putting the volume all the way up though. Alright, let's try it now. See what happens.
Have you heard of Macbeth?
Alright. Uh, well, I have a feeling I know why it went to this scene because I think this was the ability that we had once used, but I think it was the only way we would end up running into Nemesis trying to cleanse the outer layer, quote unquote. I wonder if that's the way we're curing them though. We would have to kill the filth on the inside, which is what we're doing. Oh, look at that. It's Nemesis. Place is dangerous. You should not be here. But your hut. I don't know about you, but... Wait, don't force me out of the foundational layer again. I still have so many questions to ask you. Stay on your guard. The enemies are about to appear, but your reinforcements will be here soon. Wait, what? Reinforcements? I promised Shirley that I would not immediately remove you from the foundation layer. Then why are you telling me to leave again? Even so, you should leave as soon as possible. The defense forces are not to be trifled with. Oh. Well, at least she's speaking to us. Never mind, it's too late now. You'll have to eliminate them first. So you talking about the other things that are fighting the other things in here? I wonder if that's what you're talking about. Oh. Damn, what is that? It looks like fucking Dr. Eggman machine looking ass thing. It looks like a machine from like, what, Sonic Unleashed even? This time might really be trouble. What happened? This is probably what Nemesis is talking about these people. Or wait, is this Polly's way of helping us in here? I don't know. I know Polly's... Never mind. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The PS4 is too high. That's not a message you want to see. Huh. The PS4 is not that hot, though. Oh, I see. Must be something else. I might already have to take apart this system.
5th Aerospace Assault Team of the Joint Defense Forces Temporal Anomaly Response Force. Our current mission is to make contact with Void Piercer Entity 11856 in this area of hyperspace.
Okay.
Please state your ID, unit number, and current mission.
I don't think we're related to any of you.
The Temporal Anomaly Response Force of the Joint Defense Force? What in the world is that? Isn't this the foundational layer?
Right.
Second Lieutenant Jana of Frontline Command. ID number T118, reporting in.
Acknowledged. Second Lieutenant Jana, please deliver your report.
What is going on?
Construction of the reshaping tower in the target area is now complete, and the Void Girl is currently pursuing a Bastion-level Void Piercer. An unidentified civilian was also discovered in the area, and has been assigned case number UE5571. Note, the unidentified civilian joined forces with the Void Girl to fend off the Bastion-level Void Piercer and appears to be friendly. Please advise on how to proceed.
The unidentified civilian must be me, but the other two are referring to the Void Piercer and the Aberrants.
Your status has been acknowledged. Command will send an assault team to assist the Void Girl in battle.
These people, are they helping Void Piercer fight off the Aberrants? But why? What are they doing here and why?
In addition, the mission has been reassigned to the Desert Sands Outpost, which is located in the Varun district of Oderic. Your orders are to gather all personnel related to case number UE5571 and report to the Desert Sands Outpost, where a specialist will provide you with further instructions. End transmission.
The Desert Sands Outpost, where the heck is that? And why are they taking me there? Anka and Nola are still...
You would be smart to cooperate with us. Let's go.
Me?
You want me to go to the outpost with you? Would it be possible to just let me go home? I did help you guys fight out the Void Entity, remember?
Go home? It sounds like we need to have a doctor examine you, especially your head. You haven't just forgotten who you are. but where you are right now.
Wait, Shirley's body hasn't...
That's not the same as the text. There must be a mistake. Go with them to the outpost, policing. Authorizer, this may be a good opportunity for us to learn more about Void Piercer. Talking about Nemesis. You still want to understand the connection to Shirley, don't you? Oh yeah, we gotta understand his connection to her, yeah.
I got it.
Janet took me to a military
Ma'am,
base.
I brought the civilian in question.
Good work, Jana. I'll take it from here.
Shenlong.
Our signals indicate that the Void Maiden is currently engaging the Bastion-level Void Piercer in battle once again. Replenish your supplies, then head to the coordinates to provide reinforcements.
Understood.
Number UE 5571. Commander Antoria has been expecting you for quite some time.
Excuse me?
Huh?
Antoria?
Indeed. It seems she has taken a keen interest in your ability to travel freely between hyperspace and reality.
Where did you obtain this ability? Who is responsible for its development? Did someone authorize your Omnium research, or is your organization conducting it outside of the law?
Wait. I can't answer all those questions at once.
Then let's start with the most important one. How are you capable of passing between hyperspace and reality?
Hyperspace and... reality? By reality, do you mean... hang on. Can I ask what year you were born?
Good question.
2642. But what does that have to do with anything? Now answer my question.
2642. That means the reality she's talking about is the surface layer of the network. Does that mean these people are simulations of those from 50 years ago? Wait. The surface layer of the network. Huh. But if they're from 50 years ago, then what are they doing in the foundation layer? And why are they trying to establish contact with Void Piercer? Yeah, I'm kind of confused. As for the so-called hyperspace, she's not talking about the foundation layer itself, is she? Could this be a bug caused by the viruses attacking the network? I think it is. It could be.
Fine, keep your secrets for now. But once you meet Commander Antoria, she'll get the truth out of you. Under normal circumstances, an unidentified individual like yourself would be placed under strict detainment. However, Commander Antoria has ordered us to keep you at the outpost's command center for now.
See that mecha lying in the middle of the outpost? I know you're strong enough to team up with the Void Girl against a Bastion-level Void Piercer.
But if you go up against that Type 0 ground controller, you'll see just how mild a Bastion-level Void Piercer really is.
Until we're certain of your trustworthiness, that machine will be keeping a very close eye on you. I suggest you avoid any thoughts of running away and wait patiently for Commander Antoria to come and find you.
I get it. I promise I won't try to escape, okay? I got a very concerning message just now that was saying that the PS4 is too hot. It didn't force it to shut down, which if it did, I'd have been like, well, that's it for today. That would have really sucked if that was it for today. But I just checked my system. It's not even overheating. It's not even hot. That's the weird part. It's not even hot. I can hear the fan and feel the fan blowing, but it's not even hot, which makes me a little bit worried. But give me a sec.
Some rare downtime. I'd better catch up on some sleep. By the way, I get grumpy easily when I wake up. If you need me, wake me gently. Otherwise, I can't guarantee what will happen.
Yeah, the PS4 should be fine. If all goes out of work, I can always fix it. It's not unfixable. I'm just surprised I got that message. Can I check? I did not take a screenshot of that. I wish I did. I was too focused on that to even like save the scene. I should have, but I couldn't. Sad face. Okay. Well, PS4 seems fine. It's not hot at all. Okay. So let's check this. Okay, microphone sounds good. This should be fine. Yeah, it should be fine. Okay, let's continue. That's crazy though. I was not expecting to get that message. But I'm not surprised I did in a game like this, because this would only happen in these games. It wouldn't happen anything else. Bro has... This man really feels like he's fucking Zoro, bro. He got two swords that have two sides like the fucking Darth Maul lightsaber, where it has a two-sided lightsaber, and then he has like an extra on the side. So he had the big katana, and then he had the other one that he could either dual, or he could just, you know, turn into one weapon.
This is the place. Now wait right here. You'll know who you're dealing with once she gets here.
Yes. The guy is so sick. Probably one of the coolest characters I've ever seen. And we just scrapped with him earlier. Well, despite the crash I had. I'm still surprised my PS4 showed that message. I'll have to be wary of that next time. Probably make sure this thing was well rested before I do a live stream on this. Humans enter this incredible space through a portal created by the Origin of Resonance. So that's what they're calling hyperspace. If we can fully control hyperspace, humans will become gods of reality in this dimension. If there are any gods, I bet they're using hyperspace to create and transform the world. Unfortunately, human technology is limited. Even using and reshaping the tower in hyperspace to stop temporal anomalies is already stretching our limits. Okay, cool. I don't know why I read that. I just felt like...
Enjoying the materials our outpost has to offer?
That was her
Even
in
though
the
they're all highly
cutscene.
classified, it makes no difference for people like us who exist in hyperspace.
Okay,
They may as
what
well
is
be
this
public knowledge,
outfit?
so I won't bother you about them.
What is this outfit? Like, you have so much going on, I don't even know where to begin. Obviously, I feel like there's censorship having that tie across your ravine, but... Dude, what is this design? It looks so strange.
But back to more serious matters. You caught my attention. Now let me take a closer look at you.
Brother.
And you are?
Commander Antoria, I take it.
That's right. I haven't properly introduced myself. My name is Antoria, and I'm the commander of the Joint Defense Force's 2nd Legion, as well as the commander of the Temporal Anomaly Response Force.
This is very strange that this is here in this alternate space, even though this is just another part of the foundational layer.
The Federation has ordered us to carry out a military operation codenamed Reshaping Reality within this area of hyperspace. Now it's your turn to introduce yourself. Who are you? Where did you come from? And where are you going?
Could we tell her the truth? I don't think she would even be able to understand if we told her the truth anyways. Plotty, we might have a situation here. This one doesn't seem easy to deal with. Plotty, are you there? Looks like the signal got cut off. I'll have to handle this
I'm
myself.
a researcher from District 4 of Hycros. I came from Kylo, and I guess I'm trying to go back to Kylo?
Bruh. Despite what's going on in front of us, dude, I can't stop staring at her design. It's so strange. It's like, Rosalind's design at least looked attractive to me because it wasn't ugly, but there's just so much going on I don't understand. Like, one part is showing a lot of skin and one part isn't. Why?
District 4, huh? You guys are supposedly on the front lines of Omnium tech. So, did you cook up this little breakthrough yourself?
That's right. My mentor, Professor Kenny, is the head of our Space Rift research team. He discovered this technique by accident during one of our experiments.
I feel like I'm lying through my teeth.
What a surprise! Even after the Omnium Experimentation Prohibition Act was passed, humanity is still making important strides in the field of Omnium research.
If only we could tell her we're from the future, but that wouldn't make sense, would it?
While I'm delighted to know we can now enter and exit hyperspace freely, I have to ask, why are you the only one here right now? Where are the rest of your colleagues, including this Professor Kenny?
Oh boy.
The tech's still in its early stages, which means we can only send one person through at a time. We're not sure what's causing it yet, but don't worry. When I return, we'll figure it out for sure. Which reminds me, I believe that girl from before can help me with my research. Is there any way I can meet her before I leave?
You want to see her?
Yeah, I want to see her.
Yes, she's actually a close friend of mine.
Yes, that too.
Great. This is exactly what I needed. I've been looking for a way to send her to the surface layer. With your help, I'm sure we'll figure out how to transport multiple people between the two layers in no time.
Well, thanks for the vote of confidence, Commander.
Whoa. Back up a second. How in the world do you know about the surface and foundational layers? And what's this about transporting multiple people between them?
This is suspicious.
You're not from the foundational layer, are you? You're from the real world just like me. I've been looking for you forever, but I never thought you'd be hiding out here.
Finally, some truth comes out. You really did come from outside the network. Now, let's go back to my other questions. Who are you and where are you heading? Trust me, you don't want to be on my bad side. Think very carefully before you answer.
Top Tori, you can forget about my help next time you face a Bastion level void entity. I see. We can't hear her voice and it makes me sad. I can't skip this way. Should I press preview? Never mind.
What? But I thought we were after the same thing, Nem. Tell me, who is this person and why are you so protective of him?
Stop calling him that. Only Shirley and my friend call me Nem. Look, this person here is not your enemy. It has nothing to do with what's happening right now, so don't waste your time.
I don't think I'm wasting my time at all. If you're so insistent on protecting him, then there's a good chance he's the person I'm looking for.
You don't have the time for this, to be fair, but, you know. Dude, Nemesis is so caked up, like, actually, what the fuck am I looking at? Like, every time I look at her, I don't know where to look. It's just like, she's built different compared to every woman in this game. Like, Shirley didn't even have a chest this big, but yet the other version of her looks like this. Heretic, if you want to save Shirley, then I suggest you tell Antoria everything you know. Trust me, crossing her won't do you any good. Everything, but some of it is, I mean, highly classified information. May I trust you for Shirley's sake, Void Piercer, but not her. We're definitely enemies. Someone recently sent me a false communication in the surface layer, which nearly cost me my status as an authorizer. And now this Antoria person also knows the surface and foundational layers. But there's no way to send direct communication between this world and the surface layer, otherwise Shirley would have already... Anyway, trust me, Antoria is not your target, and you're not going to find them here. Something tells me I'm not so sure what to believe anymore. Here I thought it was going to be Asarada, and now we find this person, which might be the person we're looking for, but now Void Pierce is telling us it's not her. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Even if she wasn't responsible for sending that false communication, she definitely knows something that can lead me to them. How can you explain her knowledge
I
of...
see. So you're an authorizer. It's pretty rare for someone to establish a cybernetic link. Who sent you? And why?
There's too much going behind it that it's not even worth talking about it.
All right. I admit I misjudged you. Let's start over. I'll go first. My name really is Antoria, and I really am the commander of the 2nd Legion, as well as the Temporal Anomaly Response Force. My duty is to exterminate the Void Piercers that appear in this area and prevent any further temporal anomalies. I've already teamed up with our mutual friend here 71 times. You can check my combat records if you don't believe me.
So she's been fighting with her for a
71 joint
while.
operations? Don't tell me. Have you been stuck here all this time?
Yes. It's been so long that I've nearly forgotten. The truth is, I only need to know a few simple things about you, Authorizer. Like your name, your affiliation, your objective, and the current year.
My name is... I was chosen by Hykros to serve as the network's authorizer. My reason for being here is to eliminate the viruses attacking the network, restore its systems to their normal functions, and find a way to awaken my friend Shirley. As for the year, it's 2713. But why do you need to know that?
Hykros. So they're the ones who sent you to restore the network. What happens after that? What will they do with the network once it's been fixed?
Humanity can only continue researching Omnium technology once the network has been fully restored. After the cataclysm, Ida was left in shambles and its people. At the very least, the Omnium advocates believe Omnium is the key to saving our world.
The Omnium advocates? You mean those who think Omnium is the key to humanity's future? So, does that mean you need its power to save Shirley?
Well, the problem with Shirley is quite condemning, to be honest.
And those who used Omnium to modify themselves. What did they call themselves again?
You mean the heirs of Ida? My business with them is an entirely different story.
It's enough, Antoria. Your quests have already been answered.
Fine, I'll back off. If you're so trusting of him, then I suppose I can also trust him for the time being. The question is, are you willing to do the same?
What's in it for me?
Trust you. What's in it for me?
Oh, more than you might think. Take a closer look at the records I just gave you. It won't take long for you to realize that there's no defeating the Void Piercers. At least not for good. But with your ability to freely travel between layers, my plan to wipe out the Void Piercers for good might just work. It all comes down to whether you're in or not.
Okay, let's hear your plan then.
I'm not about to lay all my cards on the table. If you really want to know more, take this back to the surface layer and give it to Kieran, the head of the Federation. Tell her it's time to restart the gate to hyperspace.
How the fuck am I gonna get to Kieran? Isn't that the whole situation we're dealing with to save Grey Fox? Why is it coming back to Kieran?
If I told you everything now, it'd only confuse you. Kieran will explain when you meet him. Until then, just do as I say and nothing bad will happen to you.
Even if you're being honest, how am I supposed to get Kieran to trust me? I've heard he's a shrewd and powerful figure.
That's why I'm giving you this badge. All you have to do is show it to him and he'll support you with whatever resources he can muster.
And what's in it for you?
My mission, of course. Once the Void Piercers are gone for good, my soldiers and I can finally leave this place. But without your help, our forces are doomed to fight this endless battle until every last one of us falls.
Fine. I'll trust you. For now.
We're counting on you, Authorizer. If someone out there is trying to interfere with your mission, then let me offer you a piece of friendly advice. Trust no one, especially anyone from outside the network.
Damn, does every woman have to have a giant ass? Am I like? I, I actually can't, bro. Anyways, but not that, but you know, this is very interesting. This is very interesting. I was not expecting this. I didn't think we were gonna lay out so many cards on the table, but I didn't think we would find someone so soon. I didn't think this would happen yet. I was hoping we would get to Gray Fox before any of this would happen. So I'm like, all of this again, this is crazy. Like, so many things are happening at once. But for some reason, I can't help but think I really like this story. So all these people are constantly fighting a losing battle from what she told us. And it's our mission to help this person and their people. But they seem to all be related to the current timeline that we're at, but they're stuck here. If this is the case, why are they not able to leave? Were they stuck here because this occurred? How long have they been fighting this for? These are questions that propped up in my head just now, you know, throughout that conversation. I can't help but ask these questions because it's very important, actually, and we never asked her those questions. It's like, I don't mind helping her. The problem is, we have been put into a situation where we cannot trust nobody because we were almost outsed last time when we last did the last story. It's crazy to think about that. Literally, at the end of the last story, we got kicked out because somebody either hacked into the network to get at the authorizer's identity, which if they take that, we won't be able to get back in here, which is crazy to think about that. But it's actually quite scary to think about. It's not like we would be stuck in like some weird in-between hyperspace, but no, they would just force us back into the real world if we can't keep the title of authorizer. It's nice to know that Shirley had a good talk with Nemesis or Nem, since she seemed to like us calling her that. But it's good to know how much she's actually on our side, even though we didn't get to hear her voice whatsoever. But that's good, I guess. But and the Ontario person, that was interesting. I still can't believe this is the person that Plotty was saying we might end up running into, but this is also not the person that Plotty thought would be, you know, the culprit, because they would probably be someone who knows the real timeline and the layers within the network. And now I'm just thinking, if this is the case, who is the mastermind? Could it be Tempin Todd? No, I don't fucking know anymore. This is so fucking weird. I just don't even know what's gonna happen though. But history is definitely changing. But if they're stuck in this in-between space, I wonder if we can truly help them. Because with our power at the authorizer, we can just freely leave and go as we please in this space. It's not very easy to get people out of a certain layer. I wonder if we'll ask Plotty about this. Is it even possible to get multiple people out of a specific layer space? Because this is very strange. I guess we're gonna be waiting here for a bit. Feels weird streaming like this early in the morning, but I gotta do it. I might not be able to do it later today at all. The only reason why I came back. Oh, finally. Okay. I was wondering how long it was gonna be at 90%. Oh, come on. Don't do this to me. If it's showing that, yep, it means it kicked me out.
Authorizations.
What a waste of time. This means one thing, I'm gonna have to go through another loading screen, aren't I? Or did it actually load me through? Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. That's why I say that. And what's worse, I have to sit on a loading screen for a very long time because it doesn't let me move forward. Yippee. I still wonder if we can really help this Ontario person because I don't know what's gonna happen. It's not like I don't trust her, but we don't have time to have more enemies on our side. It may do us no good to have an enemy on our backs, but it doesn't really help us if she's just gonna waste her time meddling with us, even though we could literally just leave at any time. But I have no idea what Plotty's doing. So everything just goes back to her until we actually go speak to her again. So I guess that's all we can do is wait till we, get to the end of the story and all that. But how have you been, homie? It has been a messy past couple of days, and today is also Halloween, so yeah, that's a thing. What is that? I saw a big ass machine go down the street. Okay.
Brilliant. Just brilliant. Excellent work, everyone. Once this is over, I'll be sure to settle the remaining 500,000 Norn for your outstanding performance. Now,
I see.
Now it's time for you to meet your maker.
Okay, on my end, gotta hand out candy today. I see.
Oh, whack him good! Then you can flatten him with your bike, boss.
No.
do what you will to me, but have you forgotten about Aglia?
So, you fooled your teammates into thinking Wednesday kidnapped you, right? Perfect. That means we can use you as a bargaining chip to trade for Gray Fox once we find your father.
Do we actually need to do that?
Fine by me, but my father doesn't take threats lightly. Even if you do manage to pull it off, the Todd family and the entire Federation will be after you. Think that's a good idea?
If it comes to that, we'll just escape to...
There's nowhere to run, Anka, to be honest.
Go ahead. Take your time daydreaming about where you could run. Whether it's Mara, another planet, or an entirely different universe altogether, it won't make any difference. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must call my father.
Greetings, sir. Your father is reading through your message as we speak. One moment, please.
Message? You aren't planning to go straight to Kieran with this, are you?
Of course I am. I paid triple the price to modify this hidden chamber just in time for the plan. Given your excellent performance, it looks like my money was well spent after all.
Consider yourself fortunate, Asurada. With the recent spike in aberrant activity, The contents of this recording are exactly what Kiran needs right now. But before dealing with someone like him, you must take every possible precaution imaginable. I raised you to be my heir, so I understand your chances of success better than anyone. But what's your plan for afterward?
Right. Looks like Oscar is gonna take me to see Kieran. That's a relief, since I want to find a way to infiltrate the Federation territory myself. Cause we gotta show him some kind of badge of honor that Antonio gave us, but we're gonna find a way to keep Anka and Nola from following me. It'll be much harder to execute my plan if they come along.
What's the matter? Worry that Kieran will change her mind? Because I hardly think the Secretary General is that type of person. Or do you find it amusing that I'm betting on the morality of a person in power at a crucial moment like this?
Judging from their conversation, it sounds like Kieran won't be easy to deal with. Oh, when Will Intoria's badge really convinced him to help us. That was her name. Okay, I said her name wrong twice. Great. Intoria's badge. Okay, so it was a badge.
I've arranged for a helicopter. Once Kieran agrees to your plan, I'll have my people escort Aglaia straight to Kylo. Recent changes there will put Aglaia out of her reach. We've poured a lot of resources into that area, and they've promised their top specialists will look after her. Aglaia won't be completely safe until peace is fully restored, but this will suffice for now.
Understood. Then is it safe to assume Aglaia is still somewhere in Astra? Even after putting her under house arrest, I doubt you would force your beloved daughter to travel all the way to Odorich just for your sake.
Damn. Odorich? Didn't he say his father was staying at his newest villa in Astra? It's so hard to trust him when he keeps mixing lies into the truth. Yeah, he just lied through his teeth just now, because he told us it was a villa before. Well, then again, he said this area that we were going to follow him to was a villa, but then it just turned into us getting thrown into a cage. We really can't trust this guy.
I'm already in Asperia, so I can arrange for our own transportation and security. Just give me the address, and I'll send my people there right away.
Very well, but just so we're clear, you know what to do with Wednesday if Kieran refuses to pardon them, yes?
Of course. If it comes to that, I'll get it done quickly and quietly. They won't even know what hit them.
Yeah, I can't really trust you after that.
There's no trusting you, Asurata Todd. Especially when you keep mixing lies into the truth like that. It's one of the worst tendencies a person could have.
I assure you, no one will come to any harm now that I have this footage. However, I still need you to come with me to the Tower of Fantasy and meet with Kieran.
If it means saving Grey Fox and getting the Federation off our backs, I'll do whatever it takes. But I'm the only one who needs to be there, Asurata. If Kieran asked for Anka and Nola to show up, I need you to help me to convince him otherwise.
I agree. This visit to the Tower of Fantasy is dangerous enough without them. Besides, I've always meant it when I said I have no intention of harming my sister's friends.
Yeah.
Miss Nola? Miss Anka? This is the address my father provided. The helicopter is standing by. You can head out to find Aglaia now. After you get her, fly straight to Kylo. My father's associates will ensure her safety, and the rest of you will be far better off in Kylo as well.
And if Kieran refuses to make a deal? Your father made it clear that Grey Fox stays locked up unless you succeed. And what about us?
If we fail, you'll have no choice but to infiltrate a heavily fortified villa and rescue my sister from isolation and potentially life-threatening danger. But that shouldn't be a problem for the likes of you, right?
Do you even have to ask? We're professionals. Although, you did say your family and the entire Federation would come after us if it came to that, didn't you?
Yeah, I don't think we want to go neck and neck against an organization. That's like the worst thing you could possibly do, no matter who we are. Like, unless you're a big organization, I wouldn't go against a big organization with a few people. That's not going to get us anywhere.
If it comes to that, I'll have no choice but to take on Kieran myself. But rest assured, minor thieves like you will be the least of her concerns.
Uh-huh.
But according to Merrill, the Todd family is known for maximizing their gains while never getting their hands dirty. Cutting ties with them doesn't seem like something you'd do.
Miss Merrill seems quite familiar with my father's style, but I assure you that he and I aren't entirely the same. In fact, it's somewhat condescending of you to compare me to him so callously.
I have my reasons now that you've given me doubts. That's your fault. Left underground passage. What a bitch. Even though I like Osterada because his playstyle's fucking dope, but like, this man, he's got problems. I could never trust a person like that in real life as a friend. Like, he's probably the type of person that stab you in the back if it came to maximizing gains, but I'm not saying he's gonna be like his father exactly. It's more than just being like somebody. That's kind of the problem with this whole thing. Head to the Spirit Tower Fantasy. Can I leave this place? Or oh, I can do this. Oh. Oh. Okay. I thought I could do it here. I forgot I can actually do this now. Where's the Spirit Tower Fantasy? I don't want to go 1,600 meters away. Are you really gonna make me go all the way out there? That's so fucking far away. You're gonna make me run all the way there? I have to go on this. This is gonna take a while. They'll surely know that this is a fucking long ass trek, right? 1,600 meters. I think I've never went this distance even in um Domain 9. But Domain 9, I think I had to go like 1,200 meters. It was something like that. It took me like 10 minutes. It took me like 10, 15 minutes to get that distance out. Wait, is it really telling me insufficient backpacks? Don't tell me. Should I do something about that? I probably should. God, I know why it's doing it actually. Weekly reset compensation? What the heck is this? Dorm voucher. Proof of purchase is nice. And so are these. They're always nice. Allow freebies. But right now it won't let me claim that. And last time I tried to deal with this, I didn't know how to deal with it. When it last happened, I think I had to get rid of equipment. That was the only way to fix it. Okay, who would give me a team invite? Cove. Wait, was that the right one? Crap, now I lost it. Here we go. Was it really this one? Events. There we go, this is what I'm looking for. Okay. Okay. At that, we should be able to claim this. I got a matrixy upgrade? Oh, I'm tripping, I'm tripping, I'm tripping, I'm tripping. Nicely done. There we go. Let's check this while we're here. Uh-huh. Is this the right way? I feel like we can go this way, or we should just go this way. Because it doesn't matter. I'm hoed in this whole thing. We gotta run all the way there. Actually, I don't need to run. I can just do this. Oh, now it comes back. Brother, don't do this to me. Don't do it to me! Fucking leg! Oh my god. Oh, now I'm going this way again, I guess. Fucking leg. Oh, that could have taken us all the way there, but of course it got a leg. Oh my god. Oh, man. Now it comes back. Go F yourself. I'm not doing it again. I'm wasting my time if I keep egging it on. I want to get on top of it, but like every time I do an action it lags, and when it lags, sometimes it just sits there and does like a weird buffering effect where it's just like the frames go to ass. I hate when it does it too, because I want to believe I can get on it in time. I still think I can get on it in time, but I can't get on it. I would have to catch at another sub. Look at that. So I was close to this sub too. Oh, and then it goes further that way. Let's try to wait for the next one this time and see what happens.
After all that effort, this is all I get?
After all that effort, that's all I get. I feel that. I can't get on it. It's gonna take us this way, which is fine. I just want to get on this. Thing goes so fast, actually. This thing is going so fast that it's just frames. I'm worried I'm gonna crash on this. And if I do, I swear I'm not gonna come back until I actually make my way there in the next part, if it comes down to it. Did I really? I barely moved, brother. You know what? Fuck it. I should just trust my legs next time. That is so fucking stupid. I wasted my time, man. All I did was move an inch and said, nah. That is so dumb. I'm just gonna go straight there now. My ears? Oh, great. FF 86 FF. Oh, I can do it. I don't have a choice. Actually, no, I do have a choice, but I can get this. There's so many things I can pick up in here. Man, it upsets me so much how limited I am on console, but it is what it is. I'm more limited on PS4 than anything else, though. If I was on a PS5, this Tower Fantasy playthrough wouldn't even feel like the same game. Maybe one day. What is this? Wait, actually, I should be trying to see if I can find a waypoint in here. Oh, I missed a waypoint over there. Fuck. And there's one over there. It said that it's locked, so I don't even know if I can get over to it. Off limits and renovation ongoing. There's no guarantee I can even get to that. But this side is open. Oh, this is scary, because last time I did this, I crashed. fuck hit me? Oh, there's... Okay, I see why that happened. Ow. This is really bad. FF A6 ED. Tell me how to do that. Open this too. Got a red nucleus from that. What?
Is this thing really worth that much?
I'm not expecting a red nucleus, to be honest. Now we can teleport here. Holy, talk about a lot of effort to get over here.
After all that effort, this is all I get?
Oh shit. So they're gonna go fight him. I just realized I lost my Todd weapon, bro. I need to do something with that. I instantly converted at least. What's the fastest way to get out of here? It might just be this way.
Is this thing really worth that much?
Damn, they're all over the place in here. It might actually be a pain in the ass to get out of here. I think this is where we get out from. I think. I think so, yeah. Golly. Gold. Gimme, gimme. Oh, I need an electric for this. Alright. Current collection limit reached? Why does it keep saying that? I'm about to say, can I not get through this? Now we're able to get out of here. Am I actually out of here? I feel like I'm not out of here. No, now we're out of here. Gosh, that took so long. Wait, I can't get this? Why? Did this? Nope. Well, let's switch our weapon back to the flame. Is there anything else I should worry about? Oh, I'm going the wrong way. You see, this is why I hate that this is so far away. Exactly why I hate that this is so far away. Oh, I can't open this either. Oh, wait. Hold up. Oh. Ooh, I don't have commuting power. Maybe later? I probably won't. But, that's fine. There's gotta be an easier way to get over here, bro. 'Cause this is too much.
After all that effort, this is all I get? This would hardly be good enough for a stage prop.
How do I get up there? I guess I have to take the elevator up to that. What did that say? Don't live here, children. Is there full of confusion and murder? I haven't watched the anime yet, but now there's a third season. I want to at least try to watch it, but people have had a lot of mixed opinions about it. They've really been very mixed. Talk to Gray Fox. It's finally time to see this girl. Oh my god. I have not seen you in 2 months.
Over here, researcher! Look who it is!
It took us so long to get over here, though.
Gray Fox? What are you doing here? What happened to taking the helicopter over to Kylo?
There's a lot of things that I want to ask, but...
We thought Asurata was up to no good again. So the boss and I busted Gray Fox out of there as soon as we arrived.
Oh.
Anka, that's not what we agreed on. The Tower of Fantasy is far from safe. And now you...
What are you blaming me for? The boss and I planned on taking Gray Fox someplace safe with the helicopter and waiting for you to contact us, but...
But I believe my brother's plan was too risky and insisted on coming straight here to prevent you from falling into the Federation's hands.
What's the matter, Aglia? Don't you trust me?
Nah. Fuck you.
Oh, I trust you well enough. I trusted that you would use my friends to find me at any cost, and that you'll use the researcher to further the Todd family's interests. What I don't trust, however, is that you would defy Father so easily.
It was never my intention to harm any of Wednesday's members. I was simply giving them a bit of encouragement. That's all. And besides, how else was I supposed to make the researcher demonstrate such an extraordinary ability without applying a little pressure?
What if you were wrong? What if they can't cure the aberrants? How could anyone survive against so many aberrants without that power?
Then the Federation prison I trapped them in would have been the safest place for them to hide. I would have told Father that all of Wednesday had been turned into aberrants, and that I wiped out every last one of them. It would have been just like how I orchestrated your rescue. Except this time, you'd have to set them up with new identities good enough to fool him.
Then that's exactly what we'll do starting right now. The researcher is a member of Wednesday, and I won't let you lead our friend right into the Secretary General's waiting arms.
Listen to me, Aglia. If this was as simple as Wednesday provoking the Federation, I would have countless ways to defuse the situation and protect all of you. But do you even understand why I'm taking such extreme measures? The danger posed by the aberrants is far worse than anything you might have seen in File 049. I don't know how this so-called researcher cures the aberrants, and I don't care to know. But because your friend is capable of doing something like this, Kieran has a right to know about it. This transcends any political or family interests.
You'll need a much better reason than that if you want to convince me, Asarada.
Damn. She said no.
Aglia, please. The researcher's unique power could secure not just Wednesday's safety, but also save countless others. Perhaps even all of Ida. I'm not at liberty to discuss any further details of my plan, but a genius like you should have no trouble figuring out the rest. So please, Aglia, just trust in me for today, and I promise everything will be made clear afterwards.
Sure.
I can tell you're telling the truth, but your attitude of knowing it all without explaining is just like Father's, and it really annoys me.
I see. Hey, no need to worry about me, whether Asarada brings me to Kieran or not. I'll find him on my own. I'll find him on my own. For now, I'm just using your brother's plan to get what I want.
Fine. We'll be waiting for you back at the tavern, but if you don't show up, you're toast.
I'm not toast, okay?
You have a really funny way of wishing people good luck. You know that?
Good day, everyone. My name is Yang, and I'm Secretary General Kieran's personal assistant. The Secretary General is ready to meet with you, Mr. Asarada. Please come with me.
Looks like it's time for your big meeting. We'll just leave the rest up to you two.
Actually, Secretary General Kieran specifically requested to meet with all four of you.
That's gonna be a problem.
This way, please.
That's gonna be a problem.
Hey, boss. Should we come up with an excuse to get out of here?
What's gotten into you, Anka? You're normally fearless to a fault.
Yeah, but there's nothing normal about the Asperia Tower of Fantasy, don't you think? This place is worse than 10 public security bureaus combined. It's like dealing with an entire army of Merrills.
Don't get carried away, Anka. An agent of Meryl's caliber is rare, even within the Federation. And they'd be lucky to have someone with even a fraction of her talent on their side. Besides, I trained you myself, so you have no...
But we were only supposed to grab the researcher and fly out of here. Now we're suddenly stuck in the Tower of Fantasy. It's like we're sitting ducks in a lion's den.
Or maybe a lamb thrown to the wolves?
Maybe.
Miss Yang, here are the documents for the meeting 2 days from now. After the last meeting, Secretary General Kieran asked me to have you review and summarize their contents before handing them over to her.
I kind of called her, but the text says him. Why the difference in gender with that?
2 days from now? Let me see. These are for the meeting regarding the network's smart city, aren't they? Make 4 copies, send 2 to my office, and deliver the other 2 to the Smart City Control Department. Make them single-sided, numbered, and clipped, not stapled.
Understood.
Meeting set for the afternoon 2 days from now. I'll need those files on my desk before 10 tomorrow morning. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Doing this walk animation takes the most delicate touch of the stick. And going just slightly faster makes me go into jogging mode. But I like that I can dodge into a walk like this. Loading screen it is, I suppose. Oh, never mind, we're good.
Secretary General Kieran's office is at the end of this hallway. She's been anticipating your arrival.
Yes, she, but the text says he. Brother, why?
In the meantime, the rest of you can follow me to my office for tea and refreshments.
Okay, so...
So, where are the tea and refreshments?
She said follow her, Anka. Come on, no.
Right this way. If you'd be so kind as to step inside.
Inside what? Your custody?
I see what they're doing.
Well, that's a luxury compared to prison, wouldn't you agree? Unless, of course, you'd prefer a stay in our high-security facility 20 meters below the tower.
Oh, this will do just fine. I just have a few things to talk about with them before they go inside. Is that okay?
By all means.
Okay.
So, you want us to surrender just like that?
Of course not. But our only advantage right now is Grey Fox. Aside from us and Asurata, no one here knows that Aglia and Grey Fox are the same person.
Even if we are detained, they wouldn't stop a Todd from playing games, right? While you two are in there, I'll find out what's really going on here, including what you and my brother are hiding.
Well, you won't be able to find what I'm hiding, so that's all good.
If things go south in our meeting, we'll find a way to let you know. 3 against 1 is way better odds than taking on a whole crew right now.
Man, you guys and your big brains. It's a good thing we're buddies, cause I can't keep up with all this overthinking stuff.
Should I get that thing unless it's like above? Oh no, it's right here. Gimme. I'm a little bit nervous about this meeting with Kieran because we're gonna end up talking about something very sticky here, I'm pretty sure. Alright, Kieran, let's talk.
I'm grateful for the opportunity to see you again, Secretary General Kieran. I've been meaning to visit ever since our family's last dinner party, but it's hard to impose on such a busy person.
I take it you're the Kylo researcher who cured the aberrants in the video?
Yes.
Forgive me, Secretary General. I should have known to dispense with the pleasantries. Allow me to get straight to the point. When I sent you that video footage, I mentioned a certain deal.
The answer is no, Asurata Todd. Team X was established to prevent the leak of File 049's contents, not to waste my time over the protection of some petty thieves.
I kind of figured he would say no.
But you did bring this researcher here. I'll give you that much.
Yeah. We also have something very important to speak with you that's completely different.
Are you aware that our friend here is also a member of Wednesday? If you fail to rescind the order for their arrest, I doubt the researcher would be willing to tell you everything you want to know.
Kylo researchers, you never cease to surprise me. Tell me, what will it take for you to share the secrets of your aberrant curing technique with me? Perhaps a bit more hospitality?
Oh, hell no.
Something tells me your idea of hospitality doesn't include steak dinners or fancy hotel rooms.
You're quite the talker, aren't you?
There's no need to continue this charade, Secretary General. That bottle of sleeping pills on your desk has all but given you away.
What? Brother, that could just be something that's making him high for all we know. How do you know that it's sleeping pills?
And judging from the size of the bottle, it appears your prescription is even stronger than my own. Do be careful, as I've been told the elderly are not meant to take too much of these.
I cannot tell if you're bullshitting when you talk like that.
I can empathize with your situation. However, with the aberrants appearing more frequently and in greater numbers, And with Kylo up to their usual unspeakable schemes, do you really have the time or energy to show our friend this hospitality of yours?
Brother is egging this on too harsh.
No matter what you say, I simply can't let them go. The best I can offer is to keep them detained in the Tower of Fantasy until the situation is resolved. Then, we'll reconsider their fate.
Even though he didn't accept Asurata's condition, it sounds like there might be room for negotiation, but for Gray Fox's sake, I don't think Asurata is going to settle for anything less.
Like you, Secretary General, I hate wasting time haggling, but I am determined to secure a pardon for Wednesday, and I won't stop until I get it.
Okay.
If you turn me away now, I'll have no choice but to add to your already sizable list of woes. You'll be so busy that a couple of file-stealing miscreants will be the least of your worries.
Why does Asurata speak like this? Like, the way this voice actor speaks like this is very strange.
And how exactly are you gonna do that?
Well, I could always start by uploading that footage onto Echo for the world to see. I can already see the top story now. A mountain of corpses appears. Omnium experiments believed to be at fault.
You'd pit the Todds against the Federation for some petty thieves? I knew it. You're not that reckless without good reason. Fancy that. Wednesday's genius hacker, the mysterious Gray Fox, is your very own sister, Aglia Todd. I believe we also met each other at your family's last dinner party, yes?
You'd better take that back. I'll have you sued for slander against my sister.
Good luck to the Todd lawyers, then. I've just received evidence of a cyber attack on the Tower of Fantasy.
That might have actually been her.
The security system detected a droid at the tower's entrance. Tracing the signal, we found it being controlled from within the tower, specifically from this very floor.
Enough. Secretary General. Perhaps we should start over. Secretary General? I believe...
Asurata, this is why you gotta shut your mouth.
Secretary General Kieran, may I speak for a moment? We were hesitant to believe Asurata as well, but I can assure you that his only two concerns are protecting his sister and helping you fend off the temporal anomalies. That's why I think you should accept his conditions and grant Wednesday a pardon.
I assure you Wednesday will never reveal the contents of File 049, partly because none of us have actually seen it. As for Kieran Aberrance, I understand your skepticism, but... Pulled out Antoria's badge and handed it to Kieran.
If you're willing to trust Antoria, then I ask that you do the same for me. So please, grant us our pardon and let them go, and I'll tell you everything I know.
That's... Yang, come to my office.
Yes, ma'am.
I had no idea you were holding such a powerful trump card. Were you holding on to it all this time just to watch me suffer? I nearly went to war with the entire Federation just now.
This is your fault. You wouldn't shut your mouth. That is not on me, bro. Watching you suffer, brother, you're the one who talked to him like that.
If you don't wish to tell me more, then so be it. Since it's clear I'm no longer needed in this room, I'm going to escort Aglia and the others out of the tower and to a safe place. If you'll excuse me.
If you'll excuse
Tell me, when did you get this badge?
Fairly recently.
Just today. When I disappeared in the video Asurata sent you earlier, that was me entering hyperspace. That was when I encountered a Void Piercer, as well as Antoria.
Conveniently, Antoria.
She told me to show you this badge, and said it would convince you to help me.
To be honest, I'm surprised she gave it to you. Did she say anything else at the time?
She did. She wants you to restart the gate into hyperspace so that she can complete her mission.
Restart the gate? Could the situation have changed that much?
So what exactly is this gate?
During the first regression, I witnessed the opening of the gate with my own two eyes. At the time, Humanity had just discovered the existence of hyperspace, as well as the ability to reshape our own reality through this exciting new world. The possibilities were endless,
world, quote,
and
unquote.
we felt like gods who had awakened to their true potential.
Is hyperspace really that powerful?
It's as niche as the ocean though, because like there's gonna be bound to find things that are completely new and out of our reach until we reach it. But it's also as dangerous because we won't know everything about it. Kind of like space, kind of like the ocean. I like referencing the ocean because the ocean depths is very, very, very lengthy. I don't even know if we ever actually found the very bottom last time I heard of it. That's from what I heard anyways.
Yes, and that was also when I designed this badge. The comet Mara was passing over Ida at the time, as though implying that it had guided humanity to an even higher plane of existence. I was convinced that Norns would be the one to lead us into the future, which is why I gave it the name Norns of the Future.
Interesting.
So, why did Antoria have this badge?
Because humanity misunderstood Mara's gift to us. Our forays into hyperspace eventually caught the attention of the powerful predators that hide within the fabric of space-time. What happened after that? Well, you've already seen it all, haven't you?
The way that this sounds just kind of reminds me of the gray space entity crisis we dealt with in Domain 9, kind of.
So you're saying the real world started to suffer only after the Void Piercers appeared? And that the aberrants were a consequence of these temporal anomalies?
So everything started from these things. Interesting. Makes me question the whole game as a whole, because aberrants are all over the world of like the actual world that we've explored so far in Tower Fantasy before going to the network world. That would mean that aberrants weren't created by Omnium radiation at all, but the void entities within hyperspace. Is this really the truth behind the Omnium plague? This is very interesting to learn this.
If left unchecked, the Void Piercers would have turned everyone into aberrants, and Ida would have become a living hell. For that reason, Antoria and her soldiers entered hyperspace to engage them in battle.
Even after the cataclysm, it's possible for the presence of void entities in hyperspace is still affecting Ida. Without suppressors, would our world become a living hell like the one Kieran describes? Researcher. Executor. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. This is very similar to the gray space entity crisis we dealt with in Domain 9, or should we say what happened in Vera that led to Domain 9 in the continuation of it. It's like, I thought the gray space entities was a form of the Omnium Plague as well, and now I'm confused because like it's a build-up from a build-up of a build-up. I don't know how it ties into this story like this, but I find this is why I like this story of the network story, because it's like I'm learning more about the game than I thought I would learn, given the originality of what, you know, we went through so far in this game.
I gave this badge to Antoria before she left, the one and only of its kind. She swore she would complete her mission at all costs, but her hands were trembling uncontrollably the entire time.
Anyone would be nervous as fate of humanity rested on her shoulders.
She said one last thing to me before she stepped through the gate. If someone comes to you with this badge in hand, I need you to trust them and help them with all your strength. Treat them as you would treat me.
Damn. Well, there it is.
It seems that person is none other than you. And since you've already met Antoria, you must know by now that no matter how many soldiers we send into hyperspace, we can never truly exterminate the Void Piercers.
It's weird that they call them Void Piercers when they just call them Void Entities in the text. But something tells me that they're not completely devoid of not being able to be cleared. I just feel like figuring out the problem within the Gestos network will end up being what helps us defeat those entities. That's what I still think it is. Because so far, that's the only reason why we're even here in the first place, is because we're trying to fix the Gestos network, because the problem that happened in Domain 9 can't be fixed now. Truly can't be fully fixed. I don't even remember the whole story anymore. It's like the whole point of that can't be fully fixed because the Gestos network went down. And then when that went down, at the same time, all of a sudden, Shirley went into a coma. And here we are. Which is why the viruses in the foundation layer can't be completely wiped out either, but Antoria says she found a way to get rid of them all for good, which is to...
If that's so, why are Antoria and her team still battling the Void Piercers in hyperspace? Aren't there other solutions for handling these temporal anomalies?
She says she found a method that requires our assistance, and I wonder what she meant by that.
It appears Wednesday really didn't look into File 049 after all. If you had, you would know that the answer can be found within.
Based on the reality of the escalating temporal anomalies, the world is on the verge of collapse. To avoid incurring major historical responsibility, a 3-step strategic decision has been made. Regulate, restrain, restore. The reality reshaping program is the key action in the restraining step. I'm now sending you the details of the reality reshaping program with the relevant materials.
The reality reshaping program. Faced with the Void Piercers, an undefeatable enemy, the Norns Federation poured all of its resources into executing this 3-phase plan. Phase 1 was... If reality is the calm surface of a lake, then every Omnium experiment conducted by humanity is a stone cast into that lake. Agitated by the ripples in the water, the creatures living in its depths approach the surface and create an even bigger disturbance. Their violent thrashing eventually begins splashing water on the people casting stones into the lake.
So you're saying that Omnium experiments are what attract the Void Piercers to an area? And in turn, they infect everyone within a certain range? That's why the Federation passed the Omnium Experimentation Prohibition Act.
That's cringe. Bro, you're telling me this is like us creating our own disease, bro. That's crazy to think about.
Unfortunately, due to Omnium Technology's immense market potential, companies like Shooter Electronics and Aurora Industries continued conducting illegal experiments. When a temporal anomaly appeared within Shooter Electronics' Ring Lab, it was because they illegally tampered with the Omnium Reactor's regulating program. Omnium research is inextricably tied to Omnium reactors. Whenever one of them is activated, it casts another stone into the lake, so to speak.
I get what you
The
mean.
point where that stone enters the lake is known as a space-time singularity by Hykros.
So he knows that is the effect of it, because that's what's been happening so far. A space-time singularity means a data singularity. Yeah, the effect of
But
Gestos
not
network.
all Omnium experiments result in aberrations, right? Back in Aurora Industries, I watched an Omnium reactor's activation with my own eyes, but I didn't see any aberrants afterward.
Yeah, we got the opposite effect, actually.
That's most likely because Antoria is diligently carrying out her mission, which is Phase 2 of the reality reshaping program.
Restraints.
The simplest way to calm the water's surface is to get rid of the creatures that arise from its depths. Antoria and the Temporal Anomaly Response Force are like a fishing boat out to capture them. They track the movements of Void Piercers from within hyperspace. When they detect a large gathering, Antoria and her soldiers rush to the area and annihilate them, thus preventing aberrants from appearing in our world. Then, with the power of the Reshaping Tower, we can augment reality in a direction that is not influenced by the Void Piercers. This allows us to alter the boundaries of affected areas and slow the spread of temporal anomalies.
Interesting.
As for living creatures that have already become aberrants, in order to prevent them from exacerbating the situation, we use several underground areas to monitor and contain them. If the corresponding area can be reshaped, then the aberrants can return to normal as well.
Oh, I see.
So Antoria and her forces have been fighting for so long because there's no way to completely eradicate the void entity, then that just leaves the final phase of the plan.
Antoria's mission was never to eradicate the void piercers, but to prevent their proliferation and the subsequent collapse of human society.
Yeah, I figured that that'd be the case, but that is like a very, very hard mission for her to do on her own. No matter how many people is backing her.
The reshaping tower's effective range is limited, and the battle in hyperspace is not meant to last forever. The phase's true purpose is to buy enough time for the third and final phase.
Restore. So her plan is in effect through me. I feel like we're just egging her on here, so that makes more sense why she gave us the badge then, because of that part of her plan.
Ever since Antoria entered hyperspace to battle with the Void Piercers, the Federation has been accumulating the strength and resources needed to launch a second global time retracement, aiming to revert all of Ida to a time before the temporal anomalies.
Since Antoria entered battle hyperspace to battle with the Void Piercers. But this already technically in this world it hasn't happened yet, but history has already done that in the outside of the Gestos network. So are you telling me we're gonna end up re-experiencing that? I honestly think that's not a good thing.
If we succeed, the surface of the lake will become peaceful once more, and humanity will have completely averted the catastrophe caused by the temporal anomalies. But the date we've chosen for turning back time is still far away. But now that you've appeared with Antoria's badge, it means she must have discovered something so important that we need to accelerate our plans.
They think a second regression can send Ida back to a time before the temporal anomalies. If the time retracement in the surface layer works, then can the network also go back in time before the alteration virus? It would be like restoring a computer's backup data. Is that Antoria's solution? Like I said, my theory is that the moment that we're able to fully fix and restore the Gestos network, we will be able to probably fix her situation. If that's true, that is. But it looks like there's more steps to it. Humanity's most ambitious attempt to turn back time resulted in the cataclysm. But if I was able to change Wednesday's history, doesn't that mean I can change Ida's as well? Oh God, what am I about to do?
Cat got your tongue? Getting cold feet?
Oh no, I'm just thinking about something.
No, Secretary General, but I'm definitely worried. Given the failure of the first regression, have you considered how catastrophic it would be if we failed a second time?
To be honest, it's impossible for us to imagine the consequences of a second failure at this time. The first regression was just a single, small-scale experiment. It hardly compares to a time retracement that will affect the entire planet. But one thing I can tell you is that with the help of artificial intelligence, the Federation has conducted an almost immeasurable number of experimental simulations. The reality reshaping program is the only option with a success rate greater than 0.
Are you going to be telling me if it's greater than 0, that it's still a chance we got to take? Even if it's 1%. If you're one of those, brother, I don't know if I can believe you.
So, when are you planning to go public with this information? Almost no one on Ida knows about the temporal anomalies, much less that the Federation is planning such a massive operation that will affect everyone's lives.
Right. If Schroeder Electronics knew about the true danger of Omnium experiments, it's possible that they wouldn't have affected the generator Making this public knowledge might prevent a lot more aberrations from from happening, which might be true, but you know, yeah, I don't know.
Sharing this information with the rest of IDA would only cause even more panic,
I
which
figured
would
you said it.
disturb our social order. If that were to happen, the Federation wouldn't be able to amass the strength it needs to execute the reality reshaping program.
It sucks that it comes down to that, because that means there's gonna always be a flaw to this. Because even though it'll be less problems to deal with, you may end up finding other problems due to people not knowing things, but of course, he probably knows this.
For this reason, I need to keep everything secret for the time being. You're entirely correct that this course of action will result in the loss of many innocent lives. But
Right.
unless I do things this way, every single person on IDA will be turned into an aberrant.
Ooh.
The temporal anomalies cannot be seen as ordinary natural disasters or scientific mishaps that require divulgence to the public. The fate of every living being in our world is at stake.
Right.
I'll do whatever it takes to succeed, even if it means being described as a villain or a dictator in the pages of history. By asserting full control over every media and information outlet, I can ensure that no mention of the temporal anomalies makes it to the public.
That's a lot of power to be saying it like that. I gotta keep that a book.
By disseminating and promoting Blue IDA's ideology, I was able to enact the Omnium Experimentation Prohibition Act. Through various threats and incentives, I persuaded several of IDA's wealthiest families to contribute to the reality reshaping program.
Aren't you worried that your plan might go awry? If even one word of this gets out, the society you've worked so hard to stabilize will collapse.
Yeah, that is the problem too. Like, even like a hint of it, it doesn't even have to be like the whole thing. It just has to be a part of it.
Precisely. It seems you finally understand the gravity of my position, as well as my reason for pursuing Wednesday so relentlessly.
Yeah, because they know things, or possibly know something that's way too damning on the world. This sucks because I don't want Grey Fox to like think of us differently, but I'm pretty sure she will after this.
Despite everything you've done, what if the next time retracement fails?
I gotta remind this again. We are in the Gestos network in a time before the second attempt at a time retracement, and the second time retracement is what gave us the identity of when we first started this game, what Asperia actually looked like from when we explored the area, what actual Asperia looks like currently is what happened because of the cataclysm. The world that we see here is what Asperia once was before the cataclysm, and it's still crazy to think about that. Like, this looks so technologically advanced. The world that we got looks more barren, like the Borderlands in Asperia. Like, most of the areas there are more barren. So, yeah. But in that future, time retracement failed and it damaged the world. It didn't just damage Asperia, it damaged the world in some shape or form. I don't remember the full extent of the story, because the last time like the time retracement thing was mentioned was in Domain 9. So, I don't know.
It only proves that fate is no longer on humanity's side. I have another meeting to attend shortly. Once it's over, I'll begin the necessary preparations for restarting the gate to hyperspace. But it's going to take some time. Since you have this badge, you will now participate in the reality reshaping program as a special commissioner. I will assign Federal Agent Claudia to assist you. Reactivating the gate is no simple task, so please be patient.
I nearly forgot about something, Secretary General.
Are you talking about the order for Wednesday's arrest? Don't worry. I'll be sure to cancel it.
Yeah, we don't need them involved any further. There's no reason to deal with this. It's like, really, there's no reason to deal with it. Thank God Kieran understands now that we had this talk.
No, it's actually about another member of Wednesday. Her name is Nola,
Oh,
and it's possible that she was part
right.
of a secret defense force squad in the past.
Yes, that's important. Yes, that. I forgot. We need to figure out if we can restore her memories, because for some reason it seems like she's going through an amnesia right now, where her trying to remember is actually like giving her headaches and stuff. So I wonder how much of an impact this must have been for her to be emotionally detached from her brain like that.
But for several reasons, she has lost her memory. I was wondering if I could access her information to help her regain her memory.
A defense force soldier named Nola. I'll have Yang look into it. Just a moment.
After some time, Yang enters the office and hands Kieran a file.
Yang tells me that the person in this file's photographs is none other than Nola. However, as this file is classified, I can only provide you with an edited copy.
Oh boy. Thank you, Secretary General. That should be enough for now. I'll be waiting to hear from you. This was an interesting situation we just dealt with. How interesting, how interesting. Ooh, it's a wild Mia. Hello, Mia. Wish I could pick you up. Okay. Do we leave, or can I actually... Since it says I have to go to Odin's Tavern, it's going to take a lot longer if I don't do this. Odin's Tavern's over here. I hate the teleport here, because I'm really scared I'm going to crash, but it's much faster to do that than go through here. Yeah, it's too much of a long process going back to Odin's Tavern. Let's do this. Oh, I'm so scared to go here because I swear to God, if I cannot go here, I'm going to be upset. I feel like we're getting close to the end of this stream. This was quite an endearing situation. I feel like the title was definitely the right title. Thank God I picked it. Revolutionary History. I could have like made the title a bit longer though, but I couldn't find the best wording for this because I knew that we are affecting history and things are changing, but I knew we were going to start making advancements on two avenues. Finally getting to Grey Fox and learning more about the history of the world that's been affected or is currently being more, I guess, affected in the whole of it, if that makes sense. I honestly did not expect so much to learn from this. This is like, out of every story this game has had, the whole story to Gestos Network has been the most interesting. That's actually made me scratch my head. And that's a big deal to me. It makes for a good story. It makes it pretty engaging for me as well. I like this story. All this started because we just wanted to save our girl Shirley. And now we're meeting Nemesis, which I'm wondering if we're gonna have to separate them from each other, because getting rid of Nemesis would mean Shirley takes back over her body, but then Nemesis just goes to sleep or something. Because they're both practically similar or the same, because this is like Shirley's true form type shit, but it's a second identity inside of her. I wonder what the heirs of Ida did to make her body the way that they are, because she looks more like a cyborg, right? But then she has this form when she awakens, apparently. Okay, thank God I'm right here. Now let's move forward. Uh, mm. just need to get over here. Pretty sure we're close to the end of this story, though. I want to talk to Plotty so badly, because Plotty's doing a lot for us right now. Or should I say Plotty's other self is doing a lot for us right now. And I wanted to know more exactly on what she's doing.
These clothes.
Thank God while I'm getting damaged I can still take this, because it is so much bullshit if I have to fight something every time, because they just gotta look at my ass. Go to the tavern. It's crazy to think that Grey Fox is part of a rich family, but after looking at her design, I'm like, I'd be surprised if she isn't. She's too good looking. Like, I think out of everyone that we've met in, you know, the network, I think she had the cutest face. Like, by far, she had the cutest face. Not what I expected from a hacker. I'm not saying they had to look ugly or something, but I don't know how to explain it. It's just like, she had the cutest face I ever seen. And that's coming from a person that also really likes Anka's design. Anka's personality, her character. But like, Grey Fox is like a whole different vibe. Uh. Let's go. Another loading screen. Yippee. I wonder what's gonna happen. I don't know what title I'm gonna use for the next stream. I feel like, in my opinion, I think we're getting close to the end of the Gethos network story. I don't know, that's just my thoughts. Oh. I don't remember Bagus looking like that, that's concerning. I really want to talk to Noah, but the commotion last time was pretty big, even though they supposed to be what else to say. It's hard to say they found any evidence left behind. What? What are you telling me about? Alright, let's just deal with this.
Phantom just sent us a new message. It's a picture of Wednesday's official pardon, signed by Kieran himself. Looks like we're really in the clear now.
Bagus really helped out too, 'cause I did not know he helped out that much when we disappeared last time, but...
With our friend back and our crimes cleared, Wednesday's finally ready to start a brand new chapter. You couldn't ask for a more perfect ending.
You know, I could ask for more, but I feel like I'm being greedy if I say that.
It's good to have you back, Grey Fox. Anka was so worried about you while you were gone that she could barely work. She broke more of my cups than usual, too.
Why would you say it like that? That's fucked.
Why do you have to tell her that as soon as she gets back, Mr. Bagus? And for the record, I wasn't that worried. My hands kept slipping because I was thinking of all the ways I could rescue her. That's all.
So you're proving his point.
You mean you were thinking of ways to save me from Lucius's secret prison? The boss told me everything, and judging from your expression, it appears to be the truth.
How was I supposed to know the kidnapper was your own father and not Lucius? You never see that sort of plot twist these days. Not even in TV dramas.
To add to that, it doesn't help that Lucius was also a monster that we had to, defeat.
Good
turn him
work,
back to
Ace.
human anyways.
Thanks for worrying about me, and for keeping everyone's morale up with your optimism. I expected nothing less from Ida's most legendary thief.
Whoa, whoa,
Gray
whoa,
Fox.
whoa, whoa,
It's so
whoa,
nice to have you back.
Bro, you don't need to be kissing her up like this. Not saying I don't find that strange, but that's just me.
Ugh, hey, don't wipe your nose on my dress. It's tailor-made, you know.
That's not gonna stop me from hugging you. Besides, you can always buy another one with the 500,000 Norn your brother paid us. You're entitled to your share too.
Chill?
Wasn't it supposed to be 1 million?
Yeah.
Phantom did say he would pay us the remaining half, but I told him that rescuing you was our own mission, not a job for money. So...
She only took 500K. I don't know whether that was stupid or not.
Oh, come on! You're pulling that Robin Hood act in front of my brother? Seriously? He's rolling in dirty money, more than he could ever spend. And you actually turned down his offer? What were you thinking?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Anka, that's crazy.
Ugh, forget it. I'll think of another way to get back at him later.
Yeah, I do think Gray Fox is like the cutest girl I've ever seen in this game. I don't know how to explain it. It's just like the vibe she gives off. It's not something I expected her face to even have this voice, to be fair. Sorry to interrupt your emotional reunion. I really need Gray Fox's help with something urgent. This is the thing for Plotty, right? We're asking her about that now.
The boss told me about you too, researcher. She said you stormed a hospital and even kidnapped Lucius from the Public Security Bureau. All for my sake. Go ahead, tell me what you need.
Well, it's best if we discuss this in private.
Yeah, this one's quite interesting. I'm pretty sure this is the thing for Plotty now.
Hey, Mr. Baggus, you said I broke more of your cups than usual, right? Now that Gray Fox is back and I have some money in pocket, let me cover the damages.
By the gods, I never thought this day would come. And since your last job paid you so well, why don't we throw in all of the cups you've broken since you got here? Every last one.
Oh, Baggus is not holding back,
But
bro.
I'll be broke again if we do that, Mr. Baggus. And besides, Rosalind invited me out to eat after work. If I showed up late because I was stuck here counting cups all day, she'd get so mad.
Yeah, I really like her design, man. Anyways, just like that, Anka dragged Baggus away. Nola's in the
I
corner in
received
the
a
back.
communication a while ago. At first, I thought it was from a colleague at Hykros. But when I met her, I realized that someone had faked her voice.
What do you mean by met her? I'm pretty sure we don't know the actual person that we met.
You seriously fell for such a cheap trick? The Public Security Bureau has a whole list of tips for avoiding scams, so you might want to try reading through some of them. Just tell me how much they stole from you, and I'll pay you back for it.
They didn't take any money from me. But the trouble they made for me is still just as bad, if not worse. That's why I need your help finding this person.
Sounds simple enough. Hand me your terminal and I'll copy the data from that false communication. Once I find something, I'll let you know.
Thank you.
Don't thank me just yet, especially since my help doesn't come for free. In exchange for locating your mystery person, you're going to tell me everything you know about the aberrants in File 049.
But I thought you accessed the Federation's network when we were back at the Tower of Fantasy.
Ugh, don't remind me. I sorely underestimated their network defenses, so not only did I fail to access anything, I nearly got discovered by someone named Gesthos within the system.
Oh, it looks like you were almost caught by the network itself. Interesting. Gethos, I wonder, is it another AI simulation or was it the real network? I'm pretty sure it was the real network.
Whoever it is, I swear I'll have my revenge someday.
Oh yeah, please talk to Nola. We have something for you.
Hey Nola, I have a present for you.
Is this a Defense Force file? Wait, that's me in the picture.
I got this from the Tower of Fantasy. According to the file, you were definitely a past member of the Defense Force, and you were assigned to a top-secret mission.
Thank you for all your help, researcher. It's just, even after seeing this file, I still don't remember any of it.
Don't lose hope, Nola. This file is just a record of your presence within the Defense Force. Even though there's a background check included, it only assesses your capability for taking on top-secret missions. How could a single file possibly contain everything there is to know about you? Retrieving your memories is going to be a long process, so give yourself some grace.
Yeah, you should have your head held high, you know? That you have someone like the researcher getting you something like this, but let me chill out with that. I'm not trying to let this shit get to my head after all. It's just it's gonna be a long process and you're not gonna remember it right away. I was hoping that something may itch, but maybe it'll just take time, which is what's expected of these type of things.
You have a point. In any case, thanks for bringing me this file.
Might as well take a break while waiting for hyperspace gate to open. Let's hope Gray Fox tracks down the hidden enemy soon. The thing that sucks is that we can't really tell
With
her
the sudden
everything.
increase in miracles, the Federation has finally been stretched to its limits. More and more people are beginning to suspect that the Federation is hiding something from them.
Interesting.
Praise our Lord for blessing us with these miracles. For our faithful have only grown in number because of...
I see the secretary next to the monk, unless it's just probably a different NPC. And I'm talking about like the person closest to us on the screen, in the middle of the screen. Like to the right, there's like a woman with glasses in a chair. It looks like the secretary we met earlier as a silhouette. You know.
Let it be known that these miracles are not gifts, but undeniable signs of his fury.
That's definitely
Our Lord
her, yeah.
will no longer tolerate humanity's meddling with Omnium, which is why we must halt any and all experiments at once. Tell us, soldier, have you found the object left behind by Antoria before she entered hyperspace?
Not yet, but I have several promising leads to investigate. I just need a bit more time.
There is no time left, soldier. The gate to our Lord's domain is about to open ahead of schedule. If we can't find the object, we will have to take a risk. To ensure the plan's success, we need more followers.
When you people are recruiting your followers, could you stop mentioning shooter electronics to them so much? All they do is sit outside of our buildings chanting, "Make Ada blue again." It's never wise to keep biting the hand that feeds you. Remember that.
The shooter ring lab was shut down by Secretary General Kieran long ago, so it's not like you're conducting any Omnium research on the premises. At most, those protesters are just crowding your doorway now.
I'm pretty sure Skull is not the person we're looking at, right? Because it looks like he built like a dude, not this woman voice.
I don't need to hear it from you. I asked you to help me block Merrill's report and buy me some time to fix things, but did you listen? No. You just left me out to dry.
Damn.
That wasn't the scholar's fault. Your request made it too easy for her to expose you. If you had properly controlled the Omnium reactor as I said, nothing would have happened at Shooter Ring Lab. Your mistake has severely impeded our research of T5. If we don't finish T5's development before they reactivate the gate, the Lord's wrath will consume every single person on Ada.
Enough. It's only because the Federation accelerated their plans that we have to come up with a new solution.
The monk is right. That's why I gathered you all here today. Alchemist Sage, you must halt your research and destroy all evidence of it.
What the hell?
How's this my problem? They can't track me down in the Tower of Fantasy. Unless... Wait a sec. That's impossible. You can't just hand out authorizer badges like candy.
It's true, Sage. Your assumption has come to pass, which is why you must be ready.
Nah, something just like bleaked in my head just though. We might come back to this in the future.
Our plan must undergo drastic changes if we are to overcome these challenges. I will continue waiting for our Lord's orders, but until then, you must all maintain the utmost discretion. When all preparations are complete, I will contact you.
Understood.
Understood. So I wonder where this is gonna end at. I feel like we're basically at the end of this story, which I don't know if it was a month worth waiting, but golly, these patches are longer than Genshin's patches. So there's only but so much I can say, but I hate it. It is what it is. It is what it is. Hmm. Nose is very stuffy. The stream is longer than I expected, but I kind of expected this. My fault for like having to cut this stream in three because I crashed randomly. But yeah, I'm a little bit worried about what are we gonna tell Greyfuss when we find the person. That's my problem. Return to algorithm arc. Of course. All that to be thrown back out here. Anyways, not like I didn't know I was gonna have to go back there. For the love of God, Plotty, we got a lot to talk about. Thank God the fan isn't revving up like it was earlier. I was very worried this thing was gonna rev up like a bitch, because that's what it does with Tower Fantasy. It's one of the few games where my like PS4 just like goes through the motions, man. But the fan kicked in right when I got that message earlier. Or that was in a separate stream, was I? Forget. No, I was definitely in this room. Long waiting, Plotty. Plotty, we got a lot to talk about. Are you gonna make me read through, or are you gonna actually have a voice at the end of this story? You need to hear this. We got a lot to talk about, lady. Hey, Plotty, I'm finally looking into the identity of our mystery agent, but I still haven't found any solid clues. But during my investigation up to this point, I stumbled across plenty of unexpected information. What kind of unexpected information? It's possible that the Federation wasn't as incompetent as you once thought. Back then, they really did try to save Ida in their own way. They may have, there may have been a lot of misunderstandings directed at them. Regardless of what you learned in that world, it's best if you keep your opinions about the Federation confined to this room. If anyone else finds out, it will only bring you unnecessary trouble. Did you discover anything else while you were in there? Actually, can I really tell Potty about Antorio, or that the surface layer time retracement could possibly save the network? Yes, you need to tell Plotty. What the fuck? Antorio told me to not trust anyone outside the network, which would include Plotty, but who exactly is Antoria? I feel like if we can't trust Plotty, I would literally have to just... I wouldn't be able to trust myself at that point, because we're here. She's helped us through this whole thing. She may have her own opinions on this, but I feel like I can't just mistrust her, right? That would make me misjudge her character. Acting more reserved around me is a step in the right direction. I could place my full trust in you because I was the one who chose to send you into the network. But if you have things you'd rather keep to yourself, that's perfectly fine with me. If you ever need my help with anything, just ask. Thanks, Plotty. I appreciate it. You have my word. Everything I'm doing is to save Shirley and the network. That's the honest truth. It ends like that? Bruh. I wish it was voiced in Japanese at the end so we could actually find out what happened next. But I know every time the story ends, it ends when we go back to talk to Plutty. But damn, bro. That's crazy. Current thing is, Reese, why must you do this to me? 100 Norn, cool. I should probably stop picking this up 'cause I'm getting hoed by this over and over. I need to use that data resource. Maybe I should do that before I get off. Yeah, I probably should go do that. But we're pretty much done with this, so if you leave, then I don't blame you. But I will say thank you for watching another Tower of Fantasy. This was quite an endearing episode for sure. It just sucks that so far Tower of Fantasy has been more or less more unstable than usual. Usually I crash maybe once, but I'm crashing more often than not. But then again, this is the early part of this patch period, so usually more people are on around this time, which results in a lot of crashing. I forgot to update that this was a game I needed to go back to, because I forget that the update happens close to the end of every month, so it is what it is. That reminds me, I don't. Oh no, yeah, I think I made a community post on it already. But yeah, there's the stream Friday I'm gonna end up doing as well. But I'm probably gonna be gone for the rest of the weekend. Then maybe we could pick it back up with back to the first Descendant playthrough I've been, you know, getting back into because we're not done with that. I don't know if the story will even be more interesting moving forward, but the stuff I have to do on there is going to be a long process that I'm wondering if I should do some of it off stream. Because the part where I stopped at is a process that requires like 20-minute missions, and I need to do like 5 of them. I'll have to think about that. But back to Tower of Fantasy, I'm kind of curious what's going to happen in the next story. I honestly think, if I had to guess, I think the Gethos Network storyline is going to end in at least 3 more patches. Maybe 4, but 3 more. 3 more months, and I think it'll end. I hope I could go through these 10,000 data samples so I stop wasting what extras I get. I hate that I keep going through everything. Wow, I forgot about this. I wish that whatever extra we got would like be put into the mail so I don't end up getting hoed on this. But I guess it is what it is. Chill out.
Sometimes when I'm not busy, I can't help but miss the days in the drama club. Staying up late with classmates making props, writing scripts, and rehearsing. Then enjoying the lights, stage, and applause during our plays. If only I could have stayed in the club forever.
Well, it's over. Goodbye, everybody. Until next month. Until next patch. Thank you for watching.